Welcome everybody to this glutes video. So this is Simply Fitness by Alison. Don't forget to subscribe, that would be great. And well, glutes, what we're talking about here depends where you come from really. Where I'm from, we'd tend to say your bottom. Yeah, we're going to be contracting those bottom muscles. Perhaps booty, peaches, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. This is what we're getting cracking with today. So grab your mat and off we go. So this workout today is going to be very simple, and it's mainly based on the bridge position. So for the first part, you're going to have your feet slightly open. Basically, let's say the side of your mat slightly opened out, knees slightly open, and you're going into that pelvic lift, really squeezing your bottom, your glutes, as we were saying, and just watching out for your lower back not to go too high. Keep your shoulders, keep your neck nicely straight and relaxed. And throughout these lifts, you're going to have your abdominals slightly pulled in as well, and you're also going to have your pelvic floor contracted. We stay up and just do this in very small movements. You let go, you come back up, you squeeze your bum again, about 10 little ones, and then you're going to be able to catch your knees in and just release your lower back. So as I said, really simple format today. Now you're going to be placing your feet parallel, so hip width apart, and off we go again. We're going to do about 12 to 15 of these, so make them really nice slow lifts, and make sure you're lengthening your spine to come back onto your mat. Nice and long, nice long spine. So breathing out again when you're lifting to squeeze those buttocks, and breathing in to bring your spine back down. Always checking that you're not sort of pulling your shoulders off the mat and your head is nice and straight. That's really important. Just keep going on that. So a couple more of these full lifts, and then we're going to be doing exactly like we did on the first exercise. We're going to just keep it nice and high, and release and go back, release and go back. About 10 small ones. You can really release your bum cheeks and then squeeze them back again every time you lift up. Just make sure those abdominals are still pulled in. Okay, so don't forget to breathe. Small movements for about 10, and then you can again release your back against the mat. Okay, so we've used that wide stance, we've used the parallel stance. Well, what you're going to do now is really pull your feet in together. If possible, your feet, your legs are really squeezed together, and off we go again. About 12 to 15 of those slow, full lifts. If you did get any tension in your lower back, just separate your feet and legs slightly. But if there's no tension, keep going on that really nice, compact, leg squeezed position. So these lifts that we're doing are going to be the basis for a little bit of complication after that, but nothing tremendously complicated today. Really efficient. Loads and loads of buttock squeezes to really go and fetch those muscles. And we'll finish off, you can slap it if you want, each to his own. And once we finish the full ones, we'll be going into a series of about 10 small ones like we did before, just releasing down and then immediately coming back up and squeezing. Just watch your lower back on these ones. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, so we're doing really well here. We're going to take a little breather for lower back again, and we're going to be using what we've just done to just take it a little level further. So now you're coming into that parallel position again, and you're rolling onto the outside of your foot, rolling back towards the inside, and maybe your knees are going to come and connect, your thighs are going to come and squeeze. In any case, you try and squeeze your buttocks every time you close those legs. Just watch your lower back. If pulling your legs in completely squeeze hurts your lower back, just take it in slightly less. You don't have to have your thighs touching on the end of your out breath. Keep going. Once you've finished these small movements, you can just come back down onto the mat, a few little rolling movements just to release your back, and then you can stretch your legs out and just sort of tap them against the ground, let that tension out. And now we're coming into our next little part where you're going to have that parallel stance again. So you're going to be lifting your pelvis. We're going to stop, lift the leg, keeping a right angle in the knee, foot back down onto the floor, and then bringing your pelvis back down. And you're doing it alternate sides. So it's the same as before, just do a little halt while you bring your knee and leg right angle. Basically, you're going to have your calf muscle arriving parallel to the ground, and then bring your spine back down again. So we're still on an out breath to go up and lift, in breath to put your foot down and bring your spine back down. When you lift that foot off the mat, just make sure that your neck and shoulders are still centered and released against the mat. And then we're going to change that in as much as the pelvis is staying up now. You're staying in your bridge, and you're just going to lift one leg right angle and then go on to the other leg. So you're just constantly doing those lifts, and just make sure that your stomach muscles are there, they're pulled in, they're keeping your pelvis nice and straight. Keep on breathing out. Okay, last little bit. 5 on the same leg. Try and keep your pelvis straight. That's not easy when you've got the foot off the ground for a bit longer. And 5 on the other leg too. Okay, nearly there. You're going to be able to pop your foot back down, release, and just have yourself a little breather. Okay, so by now you should be starting to feel a little bit of a build going on here, and we are going to add on to that yet again. What you're going to be doing here is going back to the up and down pelvic lift, but this time we're really going to stretch that leg vertically by pointed toes. You're going to go and try and extend that leg as much as possible, and that's going to be done on the out breath. Lift, breathe out, extend, breathe in to come back towards the floor. So just keep alternating for the minute. And we will be doing some squat work, not today. Today it really is a bridge session that we're doing, but we will be doing some squats soon, and really going to fetch those glutes in a different manner. Once you have finished these alternate lifts, what we're going to try and do is stay pelvic lifted and just go from one leg to the other, a constant switch, left to right, right to left, without coming back down onto the ground. If you're ready for that, off you go. Hold your pelvis, hold your stomach muscles, and lift immediately. Each leg extend without taking your back down onto the floor. And we're going to finish it in the same way we did with bent legs just before. You'll be finishing off with 5 movements in a row, first leg, 5 movements in a row, second leg. Here we go. So you just touch your toes, extend immediately, Come on, another 3 of those, and then you can be switching sides. Don't forget your breath. Breathe nicely. Breathe peachy. Come on, here we go. Second side. Extend when you breathe out. Come back when you breathe in. And then you will be really, really in need of a nice back release after that. You can let your thighs have a breather, calf muscles, your back. So take your arms back and really stretch your back out to bring it back to the floor. We're going to do that 3 times. And again, take those arms back. Really lengthen your spine back down. Bring your arms back afterwards. Okay, for just one last one. Lengthen your spine, bring your arms back. And here you can just go and grab hold of your knees, release however you wish. And this is bringing us to the end of this little video today. So I hope you've enjoyed it. You should have a really nice sensation of having worked those glutes. You can release them on the floor. You can congratulate yourself for your good work. And I'll catch you soon for something different. Check out the other videos. There's all sorts of stuff that you might like to try. Lots of hugs and kisses from me. You are obviously awesome. Thanks very much. See you soon.